EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Southern Nevada, where the torch, in honor of the legendary owner Al Davis, has just been lit, as is tradition before kickoff at Allegiant Stadium, just off the Strip in Las Vegas. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Las Vegas Raiders. With my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, Joey Sly, set to get this one going. And off we go from Allegiant Stadium. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Raiders come out, and Greg, they make a change at quarterback in the offseason. It is now year 13 for Geno Smith, but year 1 in silver and black.
You just can't say enough about Geno and his turnaround over the last couple years, Mike. I mean, many thought he was destined to just be a career backup and just play out the rest of his career. And when things didn't play out at first, instead of just listening to those doubters, he just kept working on his craft. And next thing you know, he gets an opportunity with a new team, makes the most of it, and he's now solidified himself as a bona fide franchise quarterback in this league.
Jacoby Myers was the intended target, and it'll lead to a second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. Even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Yards on the play.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Raider first down.
First and 10.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it'll bring up second down. On the ground, here's the first-round pick from April's draft. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They take him down behind the line.
A 2-yard loss.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Third and long. From the shotgun, Smith. He'll let this go downfield for Mayer. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Oh, they had a shot there and hit the 5, but it continues into the end zone and back out to the 20. So out come the Titans, and they are led, Greg, by Cam Ward, same alma mater as you, University of Miami, the #1 overall pick in this past April's draft.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down. These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
From the 23, here's second down and 7. And out of the gun, Ward. That's caught by Tyler Lockett. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 10.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Off the bootleg, it's Ward. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Second and 10.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. They'll run it with Tony Pollard. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap for Ward. Now, a deep ball here for Ridley. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Johnny Hecker
On 4th down, the former All-Pro Johnny Hecker out to punt for Tennessee. Deep for the Raiders, it's Trey Tucker. That's taken at about the 14. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Smith. He's going to run it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On the ground, it's Genty. He'll push forward for about a yard. Fremont Jones able to bring him down.
Just shy of midfield. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll work just shy of midfield on 2nd and 9. Keep it on the ground with Genty. They'll take this down to the 47. Arden Key on the stop.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now.
For the
The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. The Titans offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Ward. Moving to his left. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Tennessee.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On 1st down, Ward. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. Was not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8. Now, design run with Ward. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
3rd and long. Here's Ward. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line.
1st and 10.
The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, they've punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Arden King getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
At the 37-yard
And now we're seeing the
line.
game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Quick throw. Here's Besh on the RPO. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
It's now 3rd.
It's actually a really
and
nice
4.
job there on 2nd down, putting this into a 3rd and more manageable down and distance. Remember, they suffered that 1st down sack, and so often that can derail the drive, but they got a chance here to pick this up and maintain possession.
He'll try to run for it. Gino's been around, knows how to slide, get out of harm's way after picking up the first down.
14 yards. And the Raider first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on third down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
Man in motion here is Tucker. Smith to throw on first and 10. He gets this one to Tucker. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
18 more yards.
That one good for 18 yards. And to the 18-yard line.
First and
Really
10
nice
at the
job
18-yard
there,
line.
Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And he'll be taken down. We have a chance for the first points of this game as they set up first and goal.
That's another Las Vegas first down. First
It's been a
down
really
and goal
good
to
drive
go.
so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. It's been Jendi. Touchdown, Vegas. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. It's up and good. And the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead.
Titans nothing.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. On the return, it's Jim DK. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. Off play action, it's Ward. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there.
It's now second
And that will lead to a second down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
In motion, Okonkwo. To throw on second down is Ward. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
Throwing is Ward. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Max Crosby, motor always running, gets there for the sack.
and out.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Now fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Raiders offense ready for this next possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a run for the first time for the veteran Raheem Mostert. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Here down the field will fall incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Gino. He'll step up and run this.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Smith. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Here's the punter now as he's on to punt for the Raiders. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Titans offense ready to see what they can do. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Ward. That's to the left side. Caught by Ridley. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing, Ward. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Ward. He's going to look deep here, looking for Watkins, and that is incomplete.
So I don't hate this call, Mike. You think it's 3rd and short, everyone's at or near the line of scrimmage. There's a lot of green grass downfield in the passing game. Traditionally, though, I'm a little more comfortable with this call when you've made the decision that even if it falls incomplete, you're going for it on 4th down. So I don't love 3rd and short, bomb, punt. I do love 3rd and short, okay, you fail, I'm going to go for it on 4th down.
The Raiders offense starting to try it out for this next possession.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Genty, running left. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
They'll go again with Genty. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Just a little too much east and west there for my liking. I understand what they're trying to do, getting the ball out on the perimeter, but on these early downs, plant your foot and get downhill. Great job by the defense stringing it out, and they're able to force them down for a loss.
Smith from the gun on 3rd down. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. 1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in Vegas after this. Quarter 2 begins. It is Raider football as they've got it with 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Genty.
Genty, the ball carrier, taken down at the 41. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 7. Now Smith. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often. And it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchdown. The Titans offense back onto the field for their next possession. Play fake, now Ward to throw. This one complete to Wrigley. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line.
A gain of 19
yards right away to kick off this drive.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and...
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Max Crosby in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now it's Ward. There's Okonkwo open left side.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Here's their punter now. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Didn't get the hop he was hoping for. It bounced into the end zone, and it's a touchdown. The Raiders offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Genty. That'll bring this to about the 25. Terrific interior performer Jeffrey Simmons on the stop.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Gino to throw. And he's going to somehow manage to get back to the line of scrimmage. But that's it. It'll be 3rd down.
If this was just one guy dominating them up front, there's a lot of things that you can do. You can chip them. You can double team them. You can start sliding the offensive line in pass protection his way, trying to slow him down. But this has been coming from a lot of different spots, and right now it just looks to be a breakdown in the protection, and they have no answer on how to stop it.
Well, right side is taken in by Batch. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
24 yards.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Once again, it's Genty. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward. It'll give him 4 yards. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5. To the left side, into the hands of Beck. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5. On the handoff, this is Genty. They get 18 on that one. First down, Vegas.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for another Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Typically in a 3rd down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
Run right at the gut with Genty. Oh, the elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up 1st and
14
goal.
more yards.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
2 yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal. Genty will score. Touchdown, Raiders. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Raiders move out on top. 14 to nothing.
Raiders 14. Titans nothing.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. Tim Radike now to return it. Whoa, good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Titans offense make their way out to take over once more. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. How he got away from that first defender, I have no idea. This will wind up with positive yardage on the play.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Chick Okonkwo was the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
Out of the gun, Ward. Now, a deep ball here for Ridley. That is hard. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. Off the bootleg, it's Ward. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Shotgun snap for Wolf. This one finds Lockett down the left side. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
He's got it inside the 5. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
He was taken down behind the line of
loss
scrimmage.
was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Second and goal, now it's from the 6-yard line. From the gun, here's Ward. And he's in. Jake Okonkwo. Touchdown, Tennessee.
That was a big-time answer by this offense, and they really needed him. In this game, it looked like it was starting to get away, didn't it, Mike? I mean, now it's up to their defense. Can they get a stop of their own so they can get their offense back out there, get the ball back, and try to build off this last drive?
Joey Sly on now for the point after. He's got it, and the Titans are on the board. It's now 14-7.
14, Titans 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. On the return is Dylan Lowby. Now an opening past the 30. He's to midfield. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
The Raiders take over first and 10.
Of a return right there. He's going to bounce his way towards the left sideline. Just a ton of space over there to run, and they finally get him out of bounds. But not until he nearly managed to turn the corner and almost take it all the way.
The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll go play action. It's Smith. toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front.
And he's going to be out of bounds awfully close to that first down mark, but they're going to mark him just short. So third down coming up.
And after being shut down in the opening quarter, he makes his first catch here with that one, and they're going to need to continue to build off this if they plan on leaving here today with a win.
They'll go with the sneak, and he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
First and 10 at the
I know it's early in this
28-yard
game,
line.
but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
On first down is Smith. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's good. For
A gain of
Vegas.
11 on that one. Good for a Raider first down.
17-yard line.
They'll run with Genty. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. On through that first contact. It'll bring up second down.
At the 16-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Genty. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
By Cedric Gray. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Working out of the gun, Smith. He'll try and get there, and he will get into the end zone. Geno Smith, touchdown, Raiders. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs could be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Carlson now for the extra point. It's up and through, and the Raiders will take a 21-7 lead.
Titans 7.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. On the return, here's DK. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Titans' offense and receiver Calvin Ridley set to take over for this drive. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. Lockett headed in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. Here's Ward. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
From the gun on 3rd down, Ward. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
The Titans sending out their punter as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. That's a short one. Caught by Bowers. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
2nd down, they need 7. On play action, Smith. He'll go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
23 yards.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw. Smith. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And 9 yards.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
From the gun, it's Gino. Gets that one complete to his tight end, Bowers. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. As they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 1st and 10. From the pistol, Smith. That's left side to Tucker.
Smith's pass complete to Trey Tucker. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Titans' 13-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Play action now. It's Gino. He takes off. And he's going to be brought down. They pass on that field goal attempt, and they get nothing out of it as the first half comes to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Titans offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Looking to throw, it's Ward. He'll step up and run. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
19 yards. And the Titans first down.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Play action. Ward. The second down throw is incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Back to throw is Ward. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive. But instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
The Raiders take over.
The Raiders offense ready for their first possession of this second half. On On 1st and 10, here's Smith. A throw right side, taken in by Tucker.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Moving left, he'll tuck it and take off. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now this looks like a design run.
Smith on the keeper. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. Run out of the gun for Genty. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
In motion is Myers. Smith from the gun on 3rd down. Moving outside the pocket. Taking off. He'll try to get there. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
Yards. That's good for another Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
That's into the hands of the rookie, Dante Thornton. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
More yards.
13 yards the gain, down to the 13-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Out of the pistol run with Genty. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
3rd and 1.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
They'll try to pick it up with Genty. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop him for no gain at the 4.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders have run out to a 24-7 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Back out is Carlson following the main field goal. And he sends this kickoff away. On the return, here's DK. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Throwing, Ward. Out quickly to Lockett. And he's going to be taken down to 37. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. The gun, Ward. This one not quite on target. And too much. That one falls incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Ward now on 3rd down. This one complete to Ridley. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
The Titans punting unit comes out to the field. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Raiders offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll start on the ground with Genty. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Geno. To the left side, into the hands of Bettis. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4. And bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. A gain of 17 yards.
A gain of
First
17
down,
yards.
Vegas.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
And this is where the
First and
speed
10
of
at
your
the
inside
44-yard
receivers are so
line.
critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example of why.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a
It's a
gain
gain of 9.
8 on the
Brings up
ground.
second and a yard.
Second and a yard. In motion is Myers. Oh, and he is deep leading on that one. Picked up, thrown down behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now third down and 3.
Third down, 3 to go. Now, Gino. That's into the hands of Thornton. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
First down.
You could see that he was
First and
trying
10
to
at the
find something
34-yard
downfield,
line.
trying to take a shot there on third and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
They try the zone read. It's Smith on the keeper.
Smith
Probably
on the
should have
keeper.
given that one up. Back to the line of
Sebastian
scrimmage, and
Joseph
that's all.
Day on the stop.
They went to the
1
design
yard gain.
quarterback run, and there
Brings up
just wasn't a
second
lot of
and 9
space for the quarterback
at
to
the
operate.
33-yard
You
line.
could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short gain.
Throwing on second down. Smith throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third
Brings
down.
up third and
When a
6.
defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
He connects with the open man. That's Myers.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field. But they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
Set to go now on first and 10. A handoff. Running left is Genty. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Xavier Woods there on the stop.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
From the 20, here's second down. Keep it on the ground with Genty. And the defense there to meet up. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up third down.
A gain of 2. Brings up third and 7.
Working out of the gun, Smith. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Raiders will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Back out is Carlson following the made field goal. And he sends this kickoff away. On the return, here's DK. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Titans offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Play fake, now Ward to throw. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Malcolm Coots, he's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Shotgun snap for Ward. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
3rd and long. Here's Ward. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, and that will necessitate a ball to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, Smith. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, Smith. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter.
3rd down and
How
7.
often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
And that'll be incomplete. What turns out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders have their punt team out there.
For the Raiders.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Titans offense ready to get back to work. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Ward. That's to the left side, caught by Ridley. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
First
A
down.
nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Max Crosby in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
Been a largely forgettable performance from this offense up until this point, Mike. I mean, these sacks, they just continue to stop so many of their drives throughout the entire game. And then you look up at the scoreboard, and it pretty much reflects that here in the 4th quarter.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Ward. Flush to his right. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Titans 1st down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long 1st down.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
A gain of 19
That's
yards.
19 yards for
And
the
the
second
Titans
straight
first
play.
down.
They are rolling. Another 1st down.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the 4th quarter.
Now a screen. Here's Pollard. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Ward. Off balance throw. It's complete. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
1st and goal.
That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Throwing again is Ward. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jim DK that time. And now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Tyler Lockett. Touchdown, Titans. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Out comes Sly for the extra point. He's got it. And the Titans are able to cut into the deficit.
Raiders 27, Titans 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. A safe kick taken at the 5. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Raiders offense, Geno Smith, getting ready for their next possession. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
The Raider first down.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Smith to throw on 1st and 10. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can draw all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
Little surprising here, Mike. They continue to throw the ball with this type of lead here in the 4th quarter, but with the day they've had, I don't know if I could really blame them. I mean, with the amount of man coverage that they're seeing right now, the quarterback's just saying, what's my best matchup? Who do I love to gain separation? And just throw them the ball. And for the most part of the game, it's continued to work.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another first down. Smith gonna keep this himself. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
On second down, Genty. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a first and goal. It's a nice run there. It gets them down to the 6 yards.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
In trouble, and down he goes.
Field goals and takeaways. That's the two goals anytime a defense finds themselves in a goal-to-go situation. Now for that first down sack, I think the odds are a little bit more in their favor. Can they hold up here on second and third down? And if they can make the offense settle for 3, man, that's a huge win for this defense.
All the way back at the 14 now. Second down and goal. From the gun, it's Gino. He'll step up and run this. And he'll take this one in. Gino Smith, touchdown Las Vegas. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Here we go with Genty. A dive for the end zone, but he loses the football.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. On the return, here's DK. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Titans' offense and receiver Calvin Ridley set to take over for this drive. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Looking to throw, it's Ward. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot, and I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money. And now this brings up a tough situation, Mike, because even if they were going to consider going for it on fourth down, how do you do so when you couldn't even manage to get a few inches on third down? Disappointing result for them on that play.
The offense is out there. 4th and inches. They'll run for it, and it's Pollard. And he's going to have a Titans first down. Quite a call there. They go for it on 4th and inches, and it's a gain of 5.
First down, Tennessee.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
On first down, it's Ward. Now, a deep ball here for Ridley. And he will score. Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Tennessee. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Slides at the point, up and good. And the Titans are able to edge a bit closer.
Titans 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. Laube now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Play action now. It's Gino. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
In motion is Myers. On second down, Smith. That's to the right side. And caught by Bowers.
Complete to Brock Bowers.
This a must stop for this defense. Facing third and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Titans' offense and receiver Calvin Ridley set to take over for this drive. First and 10. Ward. He has Rocket over the middle. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
Lockett headed in motion. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
At the 35-yard line.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
On second down, here's Ward. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Can't ask for much more. On the screen, they gain 19 yards and a first down.
Now you start thinking situational football, Mike. We're under the 4-minute mark. They've got to go get a score here. Ideally, you want to do it on the plus side of the 2-minute warning, if at all possible.
To the air again. Ward. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Throw on the run is complete.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, not only getting outside the pocket, buying more time for his receivers, but then finding a man open who's able to pick up enough to move the chains.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Ward to throw again. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
But just think back here in this game alone. How many drives have been undone as the result of their inability to protect the passer? They just can't keep a clean pocket, and they just keep going backwards.
After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. There's Okonkwo open left side. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Ward now on third down. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
He's going to pick up a Titans first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on fourth down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Titans.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's first and 10. They'll drop to throw. Open right side is Okonkwo. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
At the Raiders' 10-yard line.
Out of the gun, Ward. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A loss of a yard.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get him here again.
Noise reverberating off the roof. Very loud before third down. Shotgun snap for Wolf. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal
at the 2-yard line.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's first and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
Now, first and goal. They'll run here. It's Pollard. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their second, and it comes with exactly 1 minute left in the game. Back to the 5-yard line now. Second down and goal. Throwing is Ward. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Malcolm Cooks gets in there for the sack, and now it's third and goal.
And anytime this offense gets themselves going in the right direction, it just seems like the pass rush finds a way to make a play of their own, and they have completely dominated this game up until this point. And it is no surprise they're playing with the lead as a result.
That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. They snap it to Ward. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. And this one really all over but the shouting. One timeout left defensively, but there's no need to use it here. First and 10, it's Genty. Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
It is second and 9. Here's a keeper on the zone read. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it.
On the stop.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
So the Black Hole celebrates. It's a win for the Raiders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders, winners here. We'll see if there are other winners outside. So long from Vegas.